on here with all the pictures that we're seeing. This is looking up through the fireplace. This is the damper handle, and then we have the damper plate right here. This handle attaches to the damper track, and when you go to move it, because of the amount of water that's come down, this is actually rusted through. The right side of the damper is also no longer pinned to its track because of the amount of rust. Now you can finagle the damper handle and get that to flop open, and you can finagle it to get it closed. But it's leaking a tremendous amount of air currently into the basement, okay? I took these pictures for our liability. It's required, I stated that the 3 screws per joint, but also that it has a 1/2 of an inch per foot rise for the exhaust to come out. So I would strongly recommend, until you get this taken care of, to get a carbon monoxide detector into the house, because a hot water tank is a natural draft appliance. There's no fan forcing that exhaust out. And because of how this is running downhill, unless the chimney's draft is extremely good, a lot of this exhaust is going to spill into the house. Also, the pipe has a 6-inch clearance to combustibles. It's a single wall galvanized pipe. The top of the chimney, this is the fireplace chimney. Even if you decide they're not going to use it, some things that are going on up here, the cracks in the top are allowing water to damage the brickwork, and it looks like that's just starting. So caulking at bare minimum is something that should be done. There's coatings that stay flexible that you can put over the whole top. The problem with just caulking it is, as the sand and things wear out of the concrete, water gets back underneath the caulks. Tar is the worst thing to use, and I'll show you on the next chimney why. As the moisture leaves it, it dries out, cracks up, and this chimney is harboring quite a bit of water at the top. You can see the moss growth. I don't know if you've had any water staining around that chimney, but that would be the first signs, possibly in the attic or the first story ceiling. Back to the fireplace chimney. Looking down the flue, it's spalling due to how much water and freeze thaw that it's had over the years.
It's what?
Spalling. The faces of see these black lines? This is water that's been soaking in and freezing and breaking the surface of the tile apart. We can see it down even, quite a ways down inside the flue. Looking straight down, I have a large number of leaves and debris at the bottom of this that's not accessible from the bottom. They used a round flue tile instead of rectangular at the bottom, and it runs over at an angle to this chimney. So at the bottom of that, there's a lot of debris buildup. I could install an access door to clean it out. We'd do it at about ground level, cut through the chimney and put in an access panel.
Shouldn't there be a lid on that chimney?
Definitely, yeah. Okay, keep out rain for one, but critters too. Back to the furnace chimney, there's not a lot I can do because by code, I can't install a liner to that hot water tank. But this flue is missing quite a few mortar joints, and I'm not sure, and it's just starting to spall. But we're seeing it starting to do the same thing as the other one. I've also got water sitting or leaching out of these mortar joints. Definitely, I know it's a rental. I would, number one, get a carbon monoxide detector. 2, get that hot water tank problem corrected. The damper, we have some options. There's a damper that can mount on the top of the chimney, that when you pull it down and lock it, it actually seals shut. And it also acts as rain cap and keeps out birds and squirrels and things. So you're gonna get a proposal from me on different options for that chimney. Unfortunately, because of the spalling flue tile, it should not be used for wood. At least I have to let you know that. But the amount of air that they're getting into the basement through that chimney, it would be a good idea either to seal the front if they're not going to use it, or put a lock top damper on that gives you the option down the road to repair the chimney itself.